Yep. So, I mean, it's pretty much been just riding all day. I mean, there really was no point of even, getting out of the trade once you're, having everything kind of go your way. But I'm really just gonna try to nail the top as much as I can right here at this point. More than likely, I'm gonna try to close it before the bells open. Um, so if you kind of take a look here, like this is kind of interesting. Like it looks like they're trying to watch out a few traders right here. So we got a red candle finally showing up here. Let's see how solid this thing sticks. Okay, that's interesting. See, I don't think now's the time to bail. I think it's still a little bit more room to run. The reason why I say that is because if you can kind of look from right here, like this red candle is just pretty much trying to fill up where all these greens came in here. So you're not really gonna see it start to turn. I know we're at the peak right now, but if you know your candlesticks, which I teach you guys, you should already kind of tell like this is just kind of a little test right here. So let's see if this can actually hold here. I'm not gonna get out yet. I'm gonna let this thing try to ride. Now, if I get another red candle and then another one after that, then I may, depending on how the candlestick looks, I might want to, start to consider to take my profits and go ahead and go because it'll start to turn down there. But I don't think we're at the peak yet, especially since it's power hour and we're right before the bell. I think it still has a little bit of room to run. Now look at that on the 5 minute chart. See, that's why I tell you to use your 1 minutes for like, entries and exits and your 5 minutes for confirmation. Got a little bit of a confirmation here that is starting to slow down a little bit looking at level two and looking at the candlestick, but it's not done yet. The candle hasn't closed yet. So let's see how it ends when it's all said and done. Okay, see now it's back green. See, that's why I didn't, panic sell. Most people will, start to freak out like, oh, it's, breaking below the EMA. I'm going to go ahead and sell. And that's probably where it got some of those traders at. But I don't have no confirmation yet on my 5 minute. Most new traders will just use their 1 minute for entries and exits. I need my 5 minute to give me a confirmation that this thing is starting to let off before I decide to take my profits. Right now, still going to go ahead and let it ride. We're still like a few minutes before the end of the bell. To be honest with you, I'm hoping I get about 8K. If I do, great. If not, no harm, no foul. I'm not gonna, cry over spilt milk. Green is green. You know what I mean? So look at that. Look at those candles form. So now it's pretty much, doing exactly what I'm expecting. I just need to see that green candle top that red. This is how you read the candlesticks when you trade, guys. I mean, this whole point of learning this stuff. Look at all that red coming through there. Green orders are still coming to take it over. That's looking good. Level two's looking good. We still rising, baby. Look at that. Over 8K right now. Now, I should go ahead and take my profits. Um, but you know what? Again, I'm up. I'm going to test the waters a little bit. Let's just see how much more this thing can ride out a little bit. Um, Try to hold it to the end of the bell. We don't have much time left here. Um, I'm not going to hold this thing in the after hours just because of the fact that it's ran up so much. Doesn't make sense to. And if you kind of look at some of the support and resistance levels, it is starting to thin out. So I think we're getting near the peak. But currently, where we're at with it being power hour, it still has a little bit of room to run, in my opinion. So easy. They easily washed out some new people there that was basing their trades off the EMAs, which again I don't do. I need confirmation. 5 minute ain't give me that confirmation. It's still got a little bit of room to run. So let's see how it goes into the last few minutes here in the bell. I'm up 8,500. I should just take these profits, man. I really should. At any point in time, this thing could dump on me. Let's not get it twisted. Am I prepared to lose that? Sure. But I'd much rather take my gains. So let me keep watching it here. Well, look, we still got green coming through. I mean, it's looking good. It's looking good. Got about almost 3 minutes left until the bell closes here. So yeah, I mean, this was an all-day trade, guys. It was alerted earlier this morning, pre-market. Not only the merger, but the news that came out with it. And it kind of just grinded the rest of the day like everything else. I mean, of course, it's Friday. You know how the market moves. I tell you guys all the time on Fridays. Over $4 trillion of options expiring and things like that. We had a little bit of movement, but not too much. But now, here it is coming into power hour, key time of the day. Tell you guys get ready. And you guys know normally I don't trade on Friday, but hey, these last few weeks have been exceptions. But let's see how these last few minutes go. I'm trying to ride this baby out. I'm at 8,500. It's a 300% gainer. Today was crazy. Crazy. So congrats to all you guys that did profit on that trade there. Hope you got that alert, you pulled it up and you executed your trade properly. Look, whether you got all 300% or whether you got all 500% doesn't matter. A win is a win. You hear me? A win is a win. And yeah, I mean, that's all that's all it takes, man. I mean, come in with the idea of you're going to hit a base hit, end up hitting a home run. Sometimes that happens. Today's one of those days. So let's see how this thing plays out here. We got about 2 minutes left. All right, guys, look. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just go ahead and hold this bad boy till closing bell. I'm gonna just take my profits right at the end. We're still at the peak right now. This is the highest it's been so far. I got in late. I got in at $5.66. This thing was alerted at like $3 earlier this morning. Some of you guys were in that reverse split beforehand that you said in the chat room, which is crazy. So I know you banking. Some of you, I see up 70K. That's wild. So, hey, life changing stuff here, man. I'm glad these alerts are helping you guys out. So, but yeah, we got less than probably a minute here. I'm at what, 8,800. Man, let's say we get 9,000, man. We get 9,000. I'm good. I'm Gucci. All right, you see that now? Starting to let up here. Starting to let up. Buyers are getting tired. Looks like. Look at that order book. Yep, they're getting tired. Because it's closing bell, end of the day. I think they're pretty much done here. So I'm probably going to get ready to lock in profits right before the bell. I know it's losing a couple $100, but that's okay. Again, I'm still up quite a bit. I'm up 300%, so I'm not really, frantic over a couple $100. But let's go ahead and get ready to lock this in. We got what? A few more seconds to the closing bell. Look at that, still pumping green. The candle is still going green. This got to be the peak, though. I'm not going to hold this thing to after hours. Like I said, if I got to close it out the last minute, I'm going to close out the last minute. All right, that's it. Let's go ahead and take profits. Yes, sir. Let's go. All right, we good. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. And yeah, so if you're hanging around with this thing after hours, don't do it. It's probably going to tank the rest of the day. You're going to get a little bit of a dip.